So, the symbolism of the ground she was standing on just collapsing like it did, the symbolism of that is not lost on me. When I couldn't play the horn anymore, it really did feel like I just lost a language. It's not, I mean, to be fair, I did also lose a significant portion of my social interaction, but just having to give up music like that, in that way, just to cold turkey, boom. It's a jarring experience. On a good day, mind you. So, am I suffering from depression? Honestly, I I don't know. During the course of well, I was in contact with local health care. Well, not so much a hospital. I didn't really. Well, typically I go to a hospital. I mean, in the sense of a major hospital, I kind of want it to be for a good reason, and it wasn't that, it wasn't that debilitating, or I didn't feel that physically impacted by this, although obviously it well made a dent in my everyday life. Let's see, where did I want to go with that, I wonder? Well, no, basically the point is, there are a couple of euphemisms, and I mean related to depression and boredom. In Sweden, we talk about we call something gray when it's boring, and well, if we're depressed or just normally down in the dumps for whatever reason, we would there's an archaic expression that they used in the dub for the Lion King, actually. That translates basically to, well, they're all dressed in black. And, well, when you have that kind of experience, when you just have to quit music like this, I mean, like I did, and, well, ostensibly, well, arguably the game character also kind of had to do. It's like the color kind of does go out of things, and as we see the game right now, it is presented in a grayscale. As we go, we're going to put more color into the world. It'll make more sense when we actually get to the point where the colors come into play. So if you don't know anything about this game yet, just, well, sit tight. It's not going to be gray all the time, just most of the time. Oh, and that's the button for jumping. Right, I can game. This game, by the way, is out on the Nintendo Switch and Windows PC. Well, through Steam, mainly. Well, the game is going to explain it better as we go, but we can't get to that point over there just yet. We have to get the little glowy bit that is on top of the structure on the right side of the screen. We will get there soon enough. Ooh. Just one thing about this game. It is just so pretty. I mean, stylized, yeah, and not perhaps geared towards visual fidelity, but just look at this game. And there we got the extra little star. So now we can progress. Now, I think this is kind of a relevant thought here. One thing that sort of... Well, I don't know if I should say it kept me sane, because, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I did not feel ever that depressed about well, stopping giving up music like that, but I may just be that kind of person. Well, yeah, I don't want to overshare squared with you, but I will say that there has been another pretty dramatic event. Well, that did not directly concern me, but still happened to people in my, well, in my close circle of associates, acquaintances, well, my neighbors actually at the time. And just literally the day after that, I was back in school like normal. And I am honestly a little shaken by that I could remain just keep on going after that happened. And now we have brought Red back into the world. So, the relevance of colors in this game is not quite like Hero. Oh, see, Red A color has been brought back. I'll just show you what that means in the game here. Challenges, white button, there. It's a sort of trophy for the Switch, which doesn't have trophies or achievements in the same way that PSN or Steam does. With that said, the game is no longer entirely grey. To get to this point, we, of course, had to take a few steps. Couldn't just sit around waiting for this to happen. We had to leave our comfort zone and just explore the world again. Interact with our surroundings. I think that is important to the interpretation. Yeah, I use that a lot, I suppose. Well, I mean, while that is a an expected design aspect of platforming adventures like this game arguably is. Um, it is relevant to this whole struggle with depression. Some people, I think that, I mean, it may be that some people just completely shut themselves away, just say, fuck this shit, I'm done. And let me just be clear that I am not a psychologist. I've never studied psychology. I mean, I did take a sort of brief course in it, like high school level stuff. It was either that or philosophy. But yeah, if you want to do some kind of analysis or anything, I'm not your guy. And I think there's something down here we should have a look at. Or maybe I'm just... yeah. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. Or so they say. Oh, should I have gone down this path yet? Oh, I don't think I should have, actually. Well, I did, so there. Well, what I meant actually by people just shutting themselves away is that it's really the last thing you want to do. I mean, it's really tempting to think that, I mean, there's just hope nobody cares or anything, but I mean, that's that's just bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's me. Okay, yeah, I've been lucky in that respect, and I can only speak from personal experience here. But I have, well, ever since I, well, got out of high school anyway, never actually met anyone who has not been supportive, who I don't think I could turn to if I were having a really bad time, or struggle with depression, or just other heavy thoughts like that. Other people haven't been so lucky, and well, I mean, not to invalidate their experience, but well, that's not my lived experience. So keeping go, I mean, to stay on my feet and just keep living my life, it was never a problem. That's maybe one reason why I never thought I should, you know, see a professional psychologist about this. So yeah, I would say that I got off very easy. And this part I actually did not discover on my, well, now abandoned playthrough. Oh, learned something new. One thing about this game, I mean, when you see vistas like this, it really does feel a lot like Journey. And I don't mean that to sort of equate this to Journey and that Journey is the best thing in the whole world or anything like that. I mean, the controls respond a lot like Journey, and you also have this stylized robed figure And, well, at least at the moment, this mountain in the distance. But yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to point out. Oh, and there's this. What I wanted to say, thank you very much, game, is that now that we have returned red to the world, a little color, I mean, we can also see that there's a lot more detail in the background. I don't know if that's intentional, but oh, game, could you just stop for a minute? Okay, I'm just gonna hit pause, and we'll end the episode once I'm done with this rambling. I kind of see. I mean, I kind of recognize that. I mean, how at first you just might not notice anything or just don't care. Maybe that's more accurate about the world around you because of your own troubles. But once you, well, start to come to grips with it, come to terms with it, see some more color return to your life, you also notice more of the world around you. Now, I haven't played so far into the game that I know whether this is going to be a consistent thing as we unlock more colors, but it is a thing that you should stick a pin in. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll have to call an end to the first episode, even if it's, only 19 minutes, sheesh. Well, maybe the next episode will be longer, maybe it won't, we'll see. Until then.